Okay, we should be live. I think it's working now. Yes, it is. Great. Audio sounds fine. Alrighty, let's get this show on the road. OFL Bowl 23 between the Bills and the Dreadnoughts. Should be a fun game. Two of the best teams in the league in what has been a really fun playoff run up to this point. We've had some fun games. Last stream, we went through the conference championships. I think despite the fact that the AFC game was closer, obviously the NFC one was better. It was a quite certainly competitive game between Seattle and the Dreadnoughts, but Patrick Mahomes on purposely lost. And then the AFC Championship, we don't need to talk about that. Other than that, the Bengals got beat. We got beat pretty bad. So let's get it started. Let's not waste any time, shall we? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Hey Siri, I need you one more time. Hey Siri. Why is Siri not working? What the hell? Hey Siri. Okay. Oh, now Siri's working. Hey Siri. Oh, now Siri's not working. Gotta go all the way up to get a different device. Hey Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2.
The answer is 1.
1. Who do they have as the road team? Just hold the button. My new iPad does not have the button. That's the problem. The Dreads. Okay, we're already on the Dreads. Okay, so the one problem, though, this is normally where we would have both teams pick their jerseys, but my other controller is not working. I'm going to try to see if it works. But it just has not been working today. Yeah, I don't know why. It's not working. Turn the face cam on. I don't have the face cam set up, so sorry, bud. But the controller is not working. I don't know why. So there's nothing I can really do about it. Hobie's not here, I know, so he can't pick his jerseys. So I'm going to let SG pick. Basically, would he rather his team wear white or, I guess, blue? And then the Dreadnoughts can do the opposite. This is the best I can do with jersey selection. EA's not really helping me out here. All whites. Okay, all whites for you guys? That would mean the Dreads would wear blue. Can I pick for Hobie since I'm in his division? No? That don't make sense. See, boys, I didn't take him for that long. All whites for me. Okay. So they will wear blue. All right, let's get it. OFL Bowl 23. We've got the number 1 seeded Buffalo Bills. They won 14 games. They've been waiting to get over the hump. Last year, they were the number 1 seed. They won 16 games. Well, they lost in the divisional round. This year, they have actually played well in the postseason. They had played well as in they had one good game. They did not play well against New England. And there were multiple opportunities for them to lose that game against New England, but they got the job done, and then they hammered the Bengals in the conference championship. That game really assured me that the Bills are the best team in the league right now, but they've got a big test in front of them. The San Antonio Dreadnoughts, who have looked great through the entire playoffs, coming off of very solid wins against the Commanders and the Seahawks, who are both really good teams. Both of these coaches obviously have a lot on the lines for their legacies. Hobie won 2 championships in OFL 21. I feel like people forget that pretty easily. There's a lot of coaches who have won 2 championships. Roberto, I don't think any of you guys really know him, but he won 2 championships. Alpo only won 1, but he built 2 championship teams. Naruto won 2, although he piggybacked off of Alpo's squad. RMP won 2, and Hobie won 2. That's a lot. Hobie can put himself firmly in second place amongst championships by adding a third. The only person he'd be behind is yours truly. as for SG, he has been a very strong coach over the last 2 years. He's made an OFL Bowl before, Season 5, the final season of OFL 22, a close game that they, as in the Ravens, ultimately lost to the Rams. So there's a lot on the line for both of these teams. I see everybody has their score predictions. My prediction, I'm going to say 27-21 in overtime. I'm going to pick the Dreads. I think the Bills are better. I don't know. I just have a weird feeling for the Dreads, though. The Bills are going to start on offense. We'll get a look at Trevor Lawrence and crew first. T-Law was abysmal in the second round against New England, but he was really good against the Bengals. His numbers weren't like insane, but that's because the Bills didn't have to throw the ball in the second half because we played like garbage in the first half. Seems like the Bills are the slight favorite. I'm not surprised by that. Again, I think the Bills are a slightly better team, but I don't know. I feel like this is the type of year where the underdog wins. Wasn't Buffalo versus Dreads one of the games? Oh my goodness, yes, I forgot about that. We saw these two teams play against each other in the regular season. We watched that game. The Dreadnoughts were down 21-3 and won. It's hard to beat the same team twice, though. The Dreads knew that, and they beat Seattle, who already beat the Dreads earlier in the year. And then the Bills beat the Bengals twice because apparently we're a poverty franchise. So you can do it. The Bills beat us twice. 3rd and 2. Jonathan Taylor, I don't think he got it. Nope. The Bills run the ball on all 3 plays to start the drive, and they don't get it. Good defense by San Antonio. Don't let the game speak today. That sounds like a good idea. Here's a look at the San Antonio offense featuring Jalen Hurts, an MVP candidate. We will be going over the awards at halftime, by the way. So, stay tuned, I guess. I gotta go find the awards again to make sure I have them up. Let's see what the Dreads offense can do on their opening drive of the game. Let's hope this game is better than last season's. Let's hope that indeed. If it's anything like last year, that's not good. Do you think trading for Dak can finally help me get to the divisional? I mean, it could. San Antonio gets the first down of the game. Hurts on the run. That was ballsy. That could have been intercepted. Jalen Hurts tried to do his best Patrick Mahomes impression. Interesting that both teams are going to the ground early. Both teams have ran it pretty well in the playoffs in a postseason where really nobody's ran the ball well. I guess it's partly why these two teams are here, because they have ran it well. 3rd and 5. Floats it up. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs with another big play and watched. He'll take it all the way for a pick 6. Roquan's hurt, though, but wow. This game stinks. No scoring. Buddy, you're wrong. Here's some scoring. It's not an offensive touchdown, but it is a touchdown. If the Bills win now, Trayvon Diggs is automatically going to win the OFL Bowl MVP because that's just what happens with defensive touchdowns. But Trayvon Diggs and watched is pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, I tore my leg. It hurts. Pack watch. All right, drive number 2 for San Antonio. The first one did not end overly well. Jalen Hurts had a near interception, and then he actually was intercepted by Trayvon Diggs, who took it all the way to the house. Some legendary coaches seem like they've been close to getting rings before. It hasn't happened, but last year Nick won one. If he can win one, then anyone can win anything they put their mind to. Oh dear, that could have been intercepted again. So back to my point. If Nick can win a championship, as much as EA hates him, then just about any coach can win a championship. We'll see if SG can put himself in the lore of coaches who finally win a championship, as Aaron Jones gets first down. Jalen Hurts must have rewatched the Dreadnoughts game from last week And he saw Patrick Mahomes and is like, Patrick Mahomes is really good. I'm going to try to do what he does. The problem is Patrick Mahomes wasn't very good. That was a stupid throw, too. I guess it worked. Will Anderson is hurt now. Why do the Bills have, like, the worst injury luck in watch games? Roquan and Anderson are hurt. SG can join me as coaches with a ring. I thought you had to win a singular playoff game to get a ring. There's a good throw. Out to the 30. Or 31. Same thing. Jonnu Smith makes the play. Nothing for Jones. Good start for the Bills' run defense. They've got some dogs up front. I'm undefeated in the playoffs. Congrats. You've never lost a playoff game. That's actually impressive. It's intercepted again! Trayvon Diggs with another one! 2 San Antonio drives and 2 interceptions for Trayvon Diggs. Do not throw the ball his way because he's probably going to catch it. Trayvon Diggs is good at this football thing, guys. I don't know. He's good. If the Bills win, I think we already know who the game is going to give MVP to. Trevor Lawrence could throw for 5 touchdowns. They're going to give it to Trayvon Diggs. But that's if the Bills win. And while the Bills are in a good spot, their offense has not done anything yet. They have 0 first downs. Whoever that Allen guy is stinks. Whoever that... You don't know who Keenan Allen is? That's not some random dude. That's the Keenan Allen. He's only been a good receiver in the NFL for a decade, but no, he's that Allen guy. 3rd and 2. Jonathan Taylor. I don't think he got it. No. Oh, he did. I don't know about that. The Bills have not thrown the ball yet. They're really trying to win on the ground. I respect it. Finally a pass. It is caught by Calvin Mentor. I forgot he was on the Bills. He's not on the Bills. Keenan Allen's on the Dreads. If the Bills keep momentum, the Dreadnoughts will struggle kicking. Oh, so their kicker is not going to have the kick meter? I don't know how much that affects Madden Sim, but if it does, that is a big deal. So that is a good catch. That's the reason that Doug Edert missed 3 straight kicks. Then it clearly does affect the sim, because if he makes those kicks, we would have been the 2 seed. Which I guess in hindsight wouldn't have really changed anything. Oh, look at Jonathan Taylor. Actually, I mean, I guess it... No, we probably would have still been the 2 seed. We still would have played Tennessee. We still would have probably beat Tennessee. And we still would have lost to the Bills. So I guess Doug Edert sucking in that game didn't really matter. First quarter in the books. The Bills lead at 7-0. Buffalo looks really good so far, with Trayvon Diggs being the star of the show. He has 2 interceptions, including a pick 6, and Buffalo has it in the red zone after a 29-yard reception for Jonathan Taylor. Trevor Lawrence keeps it himself, and he is in for a touchdown. And the Buffalo Bills extend the lead to start the second quarter. On paper, the Bills have a 94 overall roster. That might legitimately be the best roster that this league has ever seen. Is this team beating the OFL 29ers? No, I don't think so. But they might beat just about anybody else. Octi is a dog, though. Damn right. Octi's dogs are pink. What? I got a pink, like, iPad charger last night. Does that count? Would you rather be in the same room as O.J. Simpson, Deshaun Watson, or Michael Vick? You're a dog. Probably Deshaun Watson. What? I get that, like, Deshaun Watson abused women, but not dogs. Deshaun Watson may be gross, but is he that gross? O.J. Simpson will probably still kill me anyway. And then, Michael Vick, that's pretty self-explanatory. I know it's bubblegum pink. Touch grass immediately and seek help. Find God. Get a book. Do something with yourself. Second and 7. Here's Jalen Hurts downfield. It's broken up. Good defense. You got the question wrong. You're only a dog with Michael Vick. Oh. Well, I'm a dude, so, like, again, I don't think Deshaun Watson is into dudes. And if he was, that's totally cool, but I don't think he is. So, I don't think that would work. So, I'll still say Deshaun Watson. Not a 14-0 hole. Yeah, you guys aren't looking too good so far. Trayvon Diggs in the first quarter owned the Dreadnoughts franchise. I will say, though, other than the turnovers, it's not like the Bills played that much better than San Antonio. So if the Dreadnoughts can, like, not throw the ball towards Trayvon Diggs, I still think there's a real shot they can come back. The Dreadnoughts were down 21-3 against these guys earlier in the season and won in a watched game. But, yes, the Bills are certainly in a good spot. What are you doing, doofus? Oh, my God. It's intercepted again. This is going to be another pick six, and it's now 21-0. Who's 9? Is that Lewis Seen? Oh, James Williams, the linebacker out of Miami. What is Jalen Hurts doing? If you thought Patrick Mahomes was bad last week, and my God, he was awful, this is even worse. He's already matched Mahomes in pick sixes, and we're still not even 2 minutes into the second quarter. The Dreadnoughts have had 3 drives today. Pick 6, interception, pick 6 again. Dear God, I know it's early, but man, Jalen Hurts looks awful. Matt Corral was bad in the OFL Bowl last year, but he was not this bad. If Jalen Hurts continues to play awful, does that mean I can push a Matt Corral is better than Jalen Hurts agenda? Watson did the same thing, but Watson did it in a regular season game, so it's not as bad. It seems like when one quarterback just has an absolutely god-awful game, the defense who plays that team, it's like the cheese touch. Deshaun Watson has a really bad game. He passes it over to Seattle because they played against Seattle. Then Patrick Mahomes gets the cheese touch. He plays awful against the Dreadnoughts. Then he gives Jalen Hurts the cheese touch, and the cheese touch is already being activated right now. It's because SG's defensive line is too good. I don't even really know if it's the defensive line. I mean, yeah, there's been some pressure, but like Jalen Hurts has just been making such stupid throws like off his back foot for no reason. I wonder if Dak is going to be doing this. Dak is going to be losing the wild card round, so he won't be doing this because he won't be around. Barbie or Oppenheimer? I have not seen either. I am going to see Oppenheimer tonight, though. And I don't think I'd be much of the Barbie guy. So that's probably your answer. 3rd and 3, Aaron Jones gets 4. They get the first down. You can push the Matt Corral over Jalen Hurts agenda if Jalen Hurts throws a 4th interception. We have 2.5 quarters left. There's a real shot that happens. I think Corral was only picked off 3 times in last year's OFL Bowl. I think we had 5 turnovers, but 2 of them were fumbles. And I believe there was 3 interceptions. If I meet you at the theaters watching Oppenheimer, can I say hi to you? Are you in... I'm watching it in this random Arizona theater, so I might find you. Wink, wink. For seeing Oppie use the bathroom. That seems like a good idea. I heard it was 3 hours. I was going to watch it with my grandma a couple weeks ago, but then she found out it was 3 hours, and she was like, yeah, no, I can't sit 3 hours, which I don't blame her. So I guess going to the bathroom is probably a good idea. Oh my God, he did it again! Trayvon Diggs! With his 3rd! Jalen Hurts has thrown 4 interceptions and we're halfway through the second quarter! Oh my God! So I can push the agenda now, right? The Dreadnoughts have had 4 drives and all of them have ended with interceptions! The Bills haven't even, played that well on offense. This is their 3rd offensive drive. They had a punt and a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. The Bills could lose, and Trayvon Diggs still gets the OFL Bowl MVP. Yeah, Lenny has the same idea. He caught that through him. Keenan Allen has literally allowed 2 interceptions today because he can't catch the damn ball. Oh, my goodness. We played horribly against the Bills, but we didn't play this bad. Matt Corral threw one incompletion in the first half against the Bills. That feels like such an accomplishment. I get he didn't throw the ball past 5 yards, but still, he went 10 of 11 as the Bills are going to punt. This game is worse than the Eagles-Rams. This game is like might be worse than last year's OFL Bowl. At least we had like a glimmer of hope in the third quarter. This is just like not fair. Remember how the last Buffalo and San Antonio game went? While you are correct, Jalen Hurts is playing so bad that I cannot have confidence in that. He has thrown 4 interceptions in the first half. Every drive has ended in an interception. Every single drive. That's insane. 10 for 17, 103 yards, not bad. 4 interceptions. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. I think the Bills did start with the ball, so the Dreads have a 2-for-1 here. If they score and they score again, they can be back in the game. To think the New England Patriots were literally a yard away from beating this team. If the Patriots had decided to punch it in with James Conner, we'd maybe be winning the OFL Bowl right now. I hate it here so much. My legacy is ruined, and everyone still thinks I can only beat plumbers because New England didn't punch it in at the 1. 2nd and 5. Why does he keep throwing off his back foot? That's the reason why he's thrown so many interceptions. If the defensive back got to that ball quick enough, it would have been another interception. It's because mobile QBs are bad against good defensive linemen. That doesn't make sense. I'm not saying you're wrong, but like, EA, that doesn't make sense. I thought that was intercepted again. Trayvon Diggs, like, literally might break the interceptions record in a game. But, like, why are mobile quarterbacks not good against good defensive linemen? They can move. Jalen Hurts is moving when he's not under pressure. That's the problem. He's trying to make these, like, really off-balance throws when he doesn't need to. Like, just stand tall in the pocket and do that. That's all they have to do. Let Hobie play his backup. No, because I can only control one team, and the other team doesn't have that option. So, it wouldn't be fair. And plus, like, I get Jalen Hurts has been awful, but, like, the best chance the Dreads have of winning is Jalen Hurts playing well. So, it makes mobile quarterbacks do dumb stuff. EA disaster class. AD agrees to an $186 million deal. Good for him. Get your bread. 1st and goal. Somebody's in the zone. Keenan Allen is. Why is Keenan Allen in the zone? He's been awful today. Keenan Allen has allowed 2 interceptions to go right through his hands. Aaron Jones does not get it. 3rd and goal. Time is not an issue because they have it at the 2. And it is a touch. Is that a lineman? Chukwuma Okorafor, the right tackle, just scored a receiving touchdown. That's not, like, illegal. He is an eligible receiver on that play. I think they must have been running a 3 tight end set, and Chukwuma Okorafor would have been the 3rd tight end. So he is a completely eligible receiver. That's totally allowed. What is this name? He's a real player. He's on the Steelers. Jalen Hurts went 10 of 10 on that drive. Good for him. So San Antonio's not completely out of it. That's their first drive not ending in an interception. The only thing under pressure does is increase the under pressure distance. Interesting. Okay, Jonathan Taylor gets to the 34. Why don't they just run a Hail Mary? It's EA. There's like a 40% chance you either catch it or get a PI. That'll wrap up the first half. It's been a weird one. 21-7. The Bills have the lead. Jalen Hurts has been intercepted 4 times, 3 of which were by Trayvon Diggs. 1 went for a pick 6. James Williams had the other one, also a pick 6. But the Dreadnoughts are not entirely out of it. They just scored, and they start with the ball. The Bills' offense has not been all that good. If Jalen Hurts does not throw an interception in the second half, the Dreads can win. Hold on, I forgot about the awards. Hold on. 80 is getting 62 a year. Yeah, that's how NBA contracts work. You forgot awards. I didn't. Hold on. Now we're starting. All right, let's start small and go up big. Let's start with the Rookie of the Years. So on the offensive side of the ball, let me find all the numbers. On the offensive side of the ball, Houston Texans wide receiver Zach Lawler won the award convincingly, as he should. The surprise, though, is Brian Neal, the other really good receiver, only finished in third. Hugo Fredrickson, the Raiders quarterback, finished ahead of him. Defensive Rookie of the Year was rather close and ends up going to Shaquem Biggers with the Rams. He got 60 points, while Brandon Fitzgerald, the number 1 pick with the Orbits, got 51 points. Meme of the Year was quite close. It was decided by 1 vote, but Danny's tank job in Week 18 to secure the number 1 pick ended up getting it with 5 votes. Nickinator calling Najee Harris's 4 touchdowns got 4 votes. Hector's trade deadline gets 4 votes. And 28-0 got 3 votes. Whoa, that was close. That's his name. I can't help it. Coach of the Year. We had 4 coaches finish within 4 votes of each other. It was very close between Original, SG, Todd, and Hobie. Ultimately, SG wins with 31 points. Original had 29. Todd had 28. Hobie had 27. And I was not super far behind with 22 points. And then Deuce and MP were a little bit lower. Let's move to the big stuff. The Offensive Player of the Year, not even close. Josh Jacobs ran away with it, deservedly so. Jonathan Taylor finished in second. Amon-Ra St. Brown finished in third. Zach Lawler was fourth. Nick Chubb was fifth. Amari Cooper, surprisingly, only had 3 votes. Defensive Player of the Year, again, not even close. Myles Garrett won it pretty easily, with Desmond King coming in second. Micah Parsons and Nick Bosa tied for third, followed by Rashawn Gary and Hassan Reddick. All right, time for MVP. We're going to go in descending order. In 6th place with 6 votes, actually 7th place with 6 votes, Mac Jones. In 6th place with 17 votes, we have Myles Garrett. I think I might have counted wrong. Yeah, no, there's only 6 candidates. So Mac Jones is 6th, Myles Garrett is 5th. Wait, no, Myles Garrett is 4th. I miscounted again. Lamar Jackson was in 5th with 12 points. Myles Garrett was 4th with 17 points, and now we are down to 3. In 3rd place with 26 points, even though he hasn't looked like an MVP today, Jalen Hurts. In 2nd place with 36 points, we have Josh Jacobs. And then in 1st place with 61 points, the Season 3 OFL Most Valuable Player, with 4 interceptions in the NFC Championship, Patrick Mahomes. What do all 6 of these MVP candidates have in common? They've all underperformed in the playoffs. But congrats to Mahomes. On to the second half. So the Bills are going to start on defense. The Dreads open up with the ball. Not a good first half for San Antonio. Jalen Hurts with 4 interceptions, 2 of which were pick sixes. But a touchdown makes it a 1-score game. The Dreads are not out of it. The key is not to turn over the ball. If they throw another interception, I cannot see them realistically winning this game, barring some crazy comeback. If they are efficient with the ball and don't turn it over, I think they could absolutely win. At least it's not 4 interceptions in the OFL Bowl. That's a very good point. And Jalen Hurts did it in 1 half. Who was the last OFL MVP to win the OFL Bowl, like in the same year? I don't know if it's happened. Certainly not recently. Rashawn Gary didn't last year. Who won it in Season 1? I don't even remember. Was it Lamar? I don't think it was Lamar. I don't remember. Look at Aaron Jones! Down the field! We've got a ball game! Aaron Jones with a huge touchdown for the Dreads. Alrighty. We've got a ball game. They're only down by 7. Maybe this game is better than last year's. Which, again, doesn't say a whole lot. Remember the Bills-Dreads game last year? I know. There's still plenty of time, though. The Bills are still in the driver's seat. They have the lead. They're going to get the ball back. I will say the Bills' offense has been very today. So, that is an issue. But if the Dreadnoughts do not turn the ball over, whenever they don't end a drive and an interception, it's been a touchdown for them. Albeit that's only 2 drives, but still. The Dreadnoughts have 3 times the amount of offensive yards the Bills do. Now, I can say the Bills have not had the ball nearly as much because of the 2 pick sixes, but still, their offense hasn't lit the world on fire. Now, Trevor Lawrence has not been bad. So, they got that flag. I got DM'd, it's over. If you watch the Bills games, you would know it wouldn't be over. Who DM'd you it's over? Does their name rhyme with Walames? A choke is a choke. I'm not ready to call it a choke until the Dreadnoughts have the lead. There's still plenty of time. The Bills are still on top. But turnovers are just kind of a fluky play in the sense Trevor Lawrence is 6 of 8, 68 yards. 1 off from perfection. It'll never be as funny as when Jared Goff got in one of the OFL 20 bowls, though. But anyway, turnovers are kind of like a fluky play in the sense of like, yeah, they happen and they can swing games, but they're not always an accurate representation of how good the teams are going to play. So, if the Dreads don't turn it over, they can come back. But Jalen Hurts has to be careful. Thought of something for the fun and game segment. You want to tell everyone, or do you want to hide it? Loss of a yard. Now 3rd and 11. This would be a huge stop if San Antonio gets it. 3rd and 11. Trevor's going to launch a rocket. Down the field, he has an open man. It's caught for a touchdown. Jamar Chase is widowy-gwitty in the end zone. Wow, that is huge for the Bills. Wow. Jamar Chase burns the corner. He has so much separation. He didn't even need to create separation. He just ran super fast. That's gigantic. Who got toasted? 3. I couldn't see the name because I'm kind of far away from my TV. Johnson. I believe that's Teron Johnson who just got cooked. We take the last 5 championships, Super Bowls, World Series finals, and rank them all. Ooh, that sounds fun. I'm down. Teron Johnson is... What is the Teron Johnson slander? He's in the 80s. I know they have Travarius Ward. He's in the slot. I forgot who the Dreadnoughts' other corner is off the top of my head. But they have Ward, I think, Teron Johnson, who just got cooked. It's not a bad group of corners. Not as good as the Bills, but not bad. So it's back to a 14-point game. Big touchdown for the Bills. Oh, Rocky Sin's the other one because he had... I think, was it 2 or 3 interceptions last week? It was a lot. But yeah, Rock Ya-Sin's the other guy. Thank you for the reminder. That should have been the one I remembered because he played so well. Third and 4. I love Jalen Hurts' numbers outside of the interceptions are like not bad at all. Not to say he hasn't been bad, but... It is interesting that oh my God, that wasn't even Jalen Hurts' fault. Kyle Pitts just dropped the ball. James Williams, that's not James Williams, that's J.C. Horn with the interception, the 5th from Jalen Hurts today. I'm not going to blame Hurts for that. Kyle Pitts had the ball right in his hands. Catch the ball. The one thing with Jalen Hurts, though, a lot of these interceptions have been by the fault of the receivers. Keenan Allen had 2 go right through his hands. Kyle Pitts had that one in his hands. And he dropped it. So, that one's not on Jalen Hurts to me. Jalen Hurts has had some really bad throws, don't get me wrong. But I don't think he deserves to blame for all of them. Certainly not that one. Is this your king? King Kyle Pitts? This is a video game. My real-life Kyle Pitts agenda has nothing to do with how he plays in Madden. Having a Kyle Pitts agenda is like so weird. I shouldn't be having to push an agenda for a player this good, but here we are. I should be pushing agendas for players who people don't know are good, like Deontay Foreman. When are we starting the Dynasty Draft? I'm probably going to make the announcement to get one more member within the next few days. And then we'll, I guess, start the draft maybe within the next week or so. We're probably going to do what we did last year where the timer's, like, off. And we can take as long as we need. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a day that everybody's available. This is almost simcastable. Yeah, but it's the OFL Bowl and we don't simcast. So even though the Bills are about to make it a 3-score game, we will not simcast. With work and college stuff, I don't know if I'd have a day to sit down. Well, that's not an issue because we can have the timer off. Because if we needed a separate day for it, Lord knows I wouldn't have time either. So for those of you who are asking, because I see like 4 of you doing it, we need 1 spot. I'm going to make an announcement in the server, and then me, I guess with the other league mates, will decide who the 1 person is. So don't get your hopes up. Why did you mention it? Because I'm going to make an announcement in the server anyway. Everyone's going to see it. I'm not hiding it. There's nothing to hide. But if you're not in it, don't take it personal, I guess. There's going to be plenty of other chances for fantasy football this year, so don't worry. 3rd and goal, they don't get it. They should just kick. Make it a 3-score game. I get you're at the 1. Kick the ball. I don't like it. I don't like this call. A field goal makes it a 3-possession game. 4th and goal, incomplete. That's a stupid call. As Daniil Hunter's hurt, that's actually kind of a big deal. He's been playing well for them. With being on a mountain for the next 4 days, could I miss the announcement? Yes, but if you want to do it, you can just tell me now, and I'll remember that. And then 2, we're probably not going to start within the next 4 days. So even so, you won't really miss anything. What's a dynasty league? That's a good question. So it's basically fantasy football, but you carry over your roster from year to year. Now, the members all voted that we do a keeper league, so you don't keep your entire roster, but you protect certain players from the fantasy draft. Probably somewhere between 8 and 10 is what we're going to do. So, for example, Kyle Pitts is on my roster. He would be one of the players who I protect, so he's going to be on my team again, and he won't be eligible to be drafted. All the rookies are going to be in there along with the players who are left unprotected. As the Dreads get the first down of the 24. This game is half exciting. I mean, it's not boring. It's not super intense, but it's definitely not boring. At first, I was wondering if this game was going to be better than last year's disaster, but yeah, it definitely is better than last year's. Even though Jalen Hurts has been a turnover chef. Well, I would like to do it. Well, if your name's not in one of the reactions, I will remember that you want to do it. Third and 4. Huge play. If they don't get it, do they go for it? I feel like you have to almost. That could have been intercepted too. They are going to go for it. Yeah. With 7:24 left, down by 14, what do you have to lose other than the game? Hurts goes short. They'll get it. Keenan Allen. That is Keenan Allen. Okay. I thought I saw hair on him for a second. Lord knows Keenan Allen doesn't have hair on the top of his head. But that is Keenan Allen. Oh, that was nearly intercepted by Diggs. Would have been his 4th. But instead it is caught by Keenan Allen again to the 31. Keenan Allen has hair somewhere on his body, but not his head. Where on his body specifically? I'm kidding. I'm not going to be weird. How much for you to shave your head like Keenan Allen? Only if I get the Keenan Allen beard. Which, I don't think that's coming in anytime soon. Show all QBs over 80. Sure. 2nd and 10, they get about 8 or 9. 8.5, okay. Same thing. 3rd and 2, under 6 to go. They'll get another first down. Aaron Jones, okay. The Dreads are definitely in it. Were they ever really out of it? Maybe when it was 21-0, it felt like they were out of it after the second pick 6. But other than that, Ever since the end of the first half, they've been in the game. But yeah, I think the Bills are really regretting not kicking, as I said. The difference here in this scenario, if you look at 28 to 35, 31 is closer to 35 in the sense of that it's a 3-score game. Even though mathematically that's not true, but with where the score is right now, in terms of like impact, it kind of is true. Nothing I said just makes sense. Just go with it. First and goal. Fullback dive. Touchdown. The Dreads are within 1 possession. Brock Wright, Lions legend, makes the play. San Antonio's not out of it. Welcome in, Nick. You've missed a Jalen Hurts disaster class so far. He has thrown not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 interceptions. Yet, it's a 1-possession game. It wasn't 3 pick sixes, it was only 2. Get your facts straight. Traylon Diggs has 3 of them, including a pick 6. James Williams is a pick 6. And J.C. Horn had the most recent interception here in the second half. Trevor's in his own. And Jonathan Taylor was second for Offensive Player of the Year. Can Jonathan Taylor finish this game off and win the Bills the bowl? It's really up to him in the ground game. I assume they're mostly going to run the ball, with sub 4 minutes left on the clock. Trevor Lawrence off his back foot with a rocket. Incomplete. They should have let Dallas make the LFL Bowl. Why has every quarterback other than Matt Corral looked fraudulent at some point in the playoffs, and maybe Mac Jones? Other than that, every QB has had a really bad game. Or like every good QB. I can do some nasty agenda pushing this offseason. Jalen Hurts has had a really bad game. Mahomes has had a really bad game. Trevor Lawrence has had a really bad game. Joe Burrow was bad in the divisional round. Lamar Jackson was bad in the wild card round. Wow, the Dreadnoughts get the stop. They can tie the game here. In a game that, in the first half, they really had no business coming back in. Look at this. They're down by 7 with the ball. Mac ain't have a bad game. They don't make them like Mac Jones and Matt Corral anymore, do they? Those two are 2 of the kind. What if Jalen Hurts throws an interception? That'd be a little funny. It'd be really sad, but it'd be a little funny. They have all 3 timeouts. Time is not an issue. 2nd and 6. Hurts under pressure. Fakes the sack from Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. Hurts goes downfield, and he throws it into the grass. If they'd gotten that play, that would have been insane. 3rd and 6. Hurts, no looker. First down. Kyle Pitts to the sideline. And they made that play happen in only 4 seconds. So in terms of like the clock here, they have a free play. They could run the ball and the clock stops. They won't run it though. Hurts goes up the middle. It's caught for another first down. I thought the red dash that said 2-minute warning said fumble for a second. My heart like dropped. Bro almost had a Heisman moment. It was still a good play because he avoided the sack, even though they didn't complete the pass. If he gets sacked there, they probably don't get a first down, and the game might be over. Now to the 43. They do need a touchdown, though. Field goal does nothing. They still need another 43 yards. 2nd and 4. Another completion. Another first down to Keenan Allen. After an awful first half, Keenan Allen's been a lot better here in the second half, and he's in the zone. Hurts rolls out to the right. He's going to go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Oh, that was a catchable ball. Kind of, almost. That was not a bad throw. That was risky. Maybe a little high. Clock is ticking. They still got their timeout. I don't think that was a DPI. That looked pretty clean. 3rd and 5. He has an open man. It's Kyle Pitts to the 21. I cannot believe this is happening. I mean, I guess the Bills-Patriots game was a stupider ending, but still. Hurts for the tie. Got it! The Dreadnoughts have come all the way back from 21 to nothing. Lizard Man, Alan Lazard, ties it at 28. Now the question is, do you go for 2? The game is not going to go for 2. I'm 100% sure of that. Should they go for 2? You could make the argument. Will they? No, not a shot. If the Dreadnoughts win this game because of Jalen Hurts, can he win the OFL Bowl MVP? Like, I get he's thrown 5 interceptions, but, like, who else are you going to give it to? Keenan Allen? So the Bills are going to have around 40 seconds. They have all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they can win this game. Now, the Dreads are in this. They have the momentum on their side, but the Bills can win it in regulation. I just got here. Recap. Okay, so the Bills are up 21-0. Jalen Hurts has thrown 5 interceptions today. Yet, the Dreads have come back to just tie the game moments ago with a game-tying touchdown from Jalen Hurts to Allen Lazard. Enjoy your ring, Dreadnoughts. The greatest OFL Bowl comeback ever. Congrats, SG. You get your ring. Trevor Lawrence on the first play of the drive gets into the 41. It's Calvin Mentor who's out of bounds. They're close to field goal range. Harrison Butker made one from 58 to win it against New England. If I'm them, I start running the ball now. Don't waste time. Run the ball. And the Dreads are going to start calling their timeouts probably. Or the Bills are. Okay, whatever. The games jinx them at the exact time. As soon as he says the Dreads win the ring, Calvin Mentor makes the biggest play of the game. That's such a classic. And it was predictable, too. 2nd and 7. Jonathan Taylor, first down! It's not looking good anymore for the Dreads. I know the momentum bar is completely on their side, but... Uh-oh! The game's masterclass. The Bills are the ones calling their timeouts, though. I don't really know why. They have to hold on to the last one. All right, here's the field goal unit. This is it! The Dreads are going to call a timeout to ice the kicker. Why didn't they call their timeouts earlier? I think this play is going to take more than 5 seconds to happen. So the Dreads probably are not going to get another shot. So this is it. 40-yard kick for Harrison Butker to win OFL Bowl 23. He got it with 2 seconds on the clock, so they will get another play, but the Bills take the lead. Harrison Butker makes the play for Buffalo. If I'm the Dreadnoughts, no matter what, do not return the kick. Let it return in the end zone, because a Hail Mary is a whole lot more likely than a kick return. That's not going to happen. This is it. Kick return for the game. And he is tackled at the 29, and the Buffalo Bills are going to win it. Oh my goodness. 31-28. The Bills have won OFL Bowl 23 in what might have been one of, if not the craziest OFL Bowl I've ever seen. This is without a doubt one of the best OFL Bowls we've ever had. No doubt. This game was wild. Congrats to SG. He finally gets the well-deserved ring. He almost got it last year with the Ravens. He almost got it last season with the Bills winning 16 games. It didn't happen. But he finally gets over the hump, and he gets a championship. I know Trayvon Diggs feels like he should win the OFL Bowl MVP, but it really should be DeGames. DeGames won this game for the Bills as Trevor Lawrence holds the trophy. Who would have thought this would have happened after how awful he played in the divisional round? Wow. What a game. Congrats to SG and the Bills. I know I was preying on their downfall for most of the... Why did the controller die? Okay, back to the point. I know I've been preying on the Bills' downfall all year, but after they beat us, I don't know, I didn't have as much animosity to the Bills team, so I can't say I'm all that sad they won. I would have been good at the Dreads winning, too. I like both of these teams. But, Bills get the job done. Jalen Hurts had one of the weirdest games I've ever seen. The 5 interceptions are bad. Not all of those were his fault. His receivers didn't do him any favors. And he was really good in the second half. But 4 interceptions and 2 pick-sixes in the first half is really bad. As for Trevor Lawrence, he didn't have that much responsibility, but he made 2 really big throws. The touchdown to Jamar Chase in the third quarter to put the Bills back up by 2 scores, and then the pass to Calvin Mentor on the first play of the final drive to put them immediately in field goal range. On the ground, Jonathan Taylor was fine. Aaron Jones was good. Kyle Pitts had a drop that literally turned into an interception. Keenan Allen had a few go right through his hands as well. He did lead the game in yards, though. And then the defense, especially for the Bills, was really the story with the interceptions. 3 for Trayvon Diggs, including a pick 6. James Williams has 1. J.C. Horn has 1. And Williams also went for a pick 6. So who does everybody think should win the OFL Bowl MVP? My vote's for Trayvon Diggs. I think it's pretty easy. I don't think this is the best OFL Bowl ever. I still think the first one that I won was a crazier ending, which I know you can easily say I'm biased, but that game was nuts. This is by far the best one in OFL 23, though, and probably the best OFL Bowl we've had in, honestly, a couple years, off the top of my head. Diggs, Trayvon Diggs, DeGames. DeGames votes for himself. DeGames is the only other real candidate. But I assume DeGame's going to give it to Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon Diggs, after that first interception, could have done nothing, and he still would have won the OFL Bowl MVP, probably. Tell us about the crazy ending. So, that game had multiple 4th downs where it's like, if you don't get it, it's over. And New England, who was the team we beat, they had a bunch of 4th downs that they got. Then the game went into overtime. I think New England got the ball and kicked a field goal. Then we had like a 4th down from like midfield where the game could have ended. And we had Riley Ridley get like 30 yards. And then Hakeem Butler scored a touchdown on the very next play. I don't know if that's exactly how it happened. I know that's how the last 2 plays happened. But I could try to find a link to it. I don't know which channel it would be on, though. Weekly awards. Aaron Jones, Quay Walker, Trevor Lawrence, and, of course, Trayvon Diggs. So I assume the game will give the OFL Bowl MVP to... Yeah, no surprise. Trayvon Diggs. I won the Coach of the Year? I didn't even realize that. EA, you know ball. But why is Nick Chubb above Josh Jacobs? Do we need to have this conversation again? Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. What are we doing here, EA? What are we doing? This is not a debate. Josh Jacobs ran for 500 more yards, 5 more touchdowns, 2 more yards a carry. What are we doing? Like, it's cool that I won the Coach of the Year, but, like, what are we doing, EA? Nick Chubb is not better than him. But it doesn't matter because we didn't win the OFL Bowl. That's obviously what I really care about. Chubb did not have 1,000 receiving yards. Or passing yards, as you say. Chubb was better. Let's compare receiving stats, because Chubb was better than Jacobs in that aspect. Chubb had, oh wow, he had 940 and 9. Okay, that's more than I thought. Jacobs had 505. So that kind of evens out their total scrimmage yards and touchdowns, but in terms of efficiency, 16 yards a catch, 13, and then yards per carry, Jacobs has the edge by 2. So, like, Josh Jacobs was more efficient. They had similar yards and similar touchdowns, but Jacobs was more efficient when he had the ball and it wasn't close. So he still gets the edge. Chubb's does not clear. Chubb he doubled Jacobs' receiving totals, but Jacobs was more efficient. So that don't even make sense. But I think that'll just about wrap up the stream. A really fun OFL season. I thank you all for another great year. The Bills beating the Dreadnoughts in one of the craziest OFL Bowls we've ever had, without a doubt. We got through the season really quickly. A few weeks ago, I laid out the schedule, and we ended up following the schedule perfectly. So, yay. I don't know when the re-signings video is going to be out. Certainly within the next couple of days, presumably. But we might be starting the offseason a little bit slower with my trip and all that, and I've got to get ahead on content over the next couple of days. So because of that, I'm not going to have anything new for OFL until at the earliest, like Sunday or Monday. That's probably when the re-signing video is going to come out. And then from there, we'll get to free agency. Boomy will get the draft class. Yeah, we can see retirements. And then before you know it, we'll be in Season 4. Let's consider my return to the server. I don't know, buddy. All right, let's see who retired, and then we will be done. Season 3. Does Von Miller retire into the sunset? Zach Martin, David Bakhtiari, Levante David, Kirk Cousins. Eric Armstead, the running back. I have not changed his position yet. Okay. I wonder if he would have retired if he wasn't a running back. Jake Matthews, Eric Kendricks, Cody Whitehair, Brandon Scherf, Jimmy Ward, Joel Bitonio, Von Miller retires as an OFL Bowl champ. Honey Badger, Tom Brady, Xavier Rhodes. All right, pretty talented list of players. I didn't even was Eric Kendricks there too? Kendricks had a good year. I didn't even see him. Yeah, that's kind of the big loss. I didn't even notice him. All right, so that'll wrap it up. Season 3 in the books. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. They are your OFL Bowl 23 champions. And again, we'll be back with the off-season. Re-signings will be up in a couple of days. So, peace out.